Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Degen Z podcast, episode 13 now.
Yeah.
Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. My name is Dustin.
Is it now?
Hi,
Hey, yo,
Dustin.
my
Hey,
name is
Dustin.
Jax.
I am Dave.
I'm Matt. And this guy, who are you again?
Uh, Hang on. What was it?
Yeah, you know, it escapes my
Oh.
memory every week.
Yeah. I remembered after I drank this Arizona raspberry flavored iced tea. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
The plug.
I'm Rob. Still.
Yeah, and this is, like I said, episode 13 of the Degen Z podcast, and I am alive, still kind of recovering, but
He's
I
kicking.
am mostly fine. So yeah, how was everyone's Thanksgiving? The floats were interesting, and the dog show was nice. What are your
Mhm.
thoughts?
I was asleep for most of the parade because I slept late, but I heard some stuff happened during the parade.
Yeah,
I've
Luffy
not
Yeah.
watched the
Yeah.
parade in like at least 10 years or something.
10 years.
If I ever watched it.
Yeah, Luffy was looking a little bit scuffed in the parade.
Yeah,
I was so excited. I mean, I still think
Yeah.
it's really cool that he was there,
yeah,
but
kind of
deflated hat
Yeah.
kind of sucks.
deflate gate, deflate.
To be fair, in the defense of the people who put him out there, his hat got popped.
It
Yep, that's
did.
I mean,
fair.
the rest of him didn't get
Hard work.
popped,
Yeah.
Yep,
so
that's how it
Yeah.
goes. You can't really control it.
When
Yeah,
I-
and
He'll be back in a future one, so it's all
It
good.
wasn't just him though. Like the fucking diary of a wimpy kid, Greg. His like left hand was completely fucked up.
Wait, they made one of Greg?
Yeah,
Oh my
they had,
god.
they had him last year too, I think.
Yeah, because when I heard that Luffy got popped, I thought that he was like out of commission. I didn't know that he actually only
he was still in One Piece.
he was still in One Piece. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just the like the
The
like
hat
round part,
portion.
like the hat. Yeah,
yeah,
like
his
the
brim
brim of the hat. Yeah.
is Yankee with no brim. Oh yeah, by the
His
way,
Bro,
bucket
did you
hat
dig
now.
that
Matt-
meme up out of a grave? Holy
Matt is
shit.
here with us again in person this time.
Yup.
So
I'm
Yep.
back.
he's in my room again. He's still on the microphone.
3/5 of the podcast is under one roof.
Again.
Yes.
Under
We're gonna have a
some
podcast house.
under some
We're
professionals.
gonna have a
Oh,
streamer
we're-
house.
We're gonna
Oh,
have
boy.
a
Oh,
Content
God.
creator house.
I can't wait for that to go so well.
Yeah.
So well.
Bro, if we had this podcast when we were all together in Seattle,
That would have been really fun.
I wish.
that would have
We
been
would
Or
have
hectic.
having the
Orlando.
microphones like on the fucking like
I mean, we would
chessboard on the couch or something.
we would have probably had to have brought different mics
Yeah.
for everyone. I wonder how that setup would go.
It'd just be us like sitting cross-legged on the floor with a bunch of laptops and microphones.
Yep, probably.
I would imagine
But
something
we
even
would
more
echo over
scuffed.
each other.
It would be
Yeah, it'd
the
be pretty
first
bad.
one we would be able to record in person. If we wanted to just if we wanted to do like set up a webcam for the people on YouTube and whatnot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually. If that's ever the case, like if we ever do something like that, I would want to buy probably one of those wireless mic sets, you know, the ones that you could attach to your fucking shirt or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
But yeah, the point is we're all like three of us under the same roof this week. I'm chilling here with Dustin right now.
Yeah.
And I'm in the room by myself.
Yep, you're alone.
I'm
Sucks to be you.
alone.
We have your imaginary friend, like the one from the Five Nights at Freddy's movie that we went to go see.
Yeah.
Matt gets up and leaves.
Wait, why is he?
I'll excuse myself.
Wait, why?
He's gonna go.
Where's
Hey,
he going?
Matt. What's
Oh.
up, dude?
I'm hanging out here now.
Companionship. Pog.
We can't hear you on the microphone since it only works when
Yeah.
you're right next to it.
No, you guys can hear him, right?
No.
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 You can't hear me?
I
It's
heard
so
that.
low.
Slightly.
I
It
mean, I'm
is
sure he's
very low.
low, but I
It's-
don't think
he's gonna
he's
have
silent.
to like yell.
Anyway,
the
I'll
whole
stop
time.
trolling.
Yeah, he's going back.
He's coming back to
Quick,
the
shit,
dark
shit
side.
talk, shit talk, shit talk. Quick, quick, quick.
Bro, he's too tall.
I have my earphones.
Oh, fuck.
He has his earphone in. Welcome
Yeah, he's
back.
too tall.
So,
He thought I couldn't hear him through my AirPods.
He
so,
wanted to get off the Flying Dutchman, but unfortunately he appeared right back again.
That's right.
so,
You can't get rid of me that easy, boys. I live in your microphones.
Ew.
Ugh.
anyway,
You imagine like looking at your microphone, there's like a pair of
Bacteria.
eyes looking through the grating. It's like the meme of like Squidward looking through like, oh no, not Squidward. What's his face from The Office looking through the blinds?
How? Wow.
Squidward.
Okay.
so Thanksgiving, the parades and the dog show. I never make it a point to actually watch the dog show, not because I'm uninterested, but I'm. It's just like once the parade ends, that's usually when we start eating, and it's sort of just on in the background.
What? Wait, you start eating at like 10 o'clock?
No, doesn't the parade end at like noon?
No, it got like.
The
Oh,
parade ends at 12:30.
really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's at
I
least when
don't
it's scheduled.
remember any time then.
Yeah, 8:30 to noon Eastern.
Oh.
I mean, how
But,
about
I had
those?
8:30 and 12.
But do you guys watch the dog show?
I watched
I've
part
I
of
always
it.
watch
I
it.
watched it like 10 years
If it's
ago.
on, I'll look at it.
Yeah.
Am I watching it? No, but I see it.
Yeah, not actively watching it, but it's
Yeah.
on.
Probably were times I watched it back.
Jax, I've heard you're
When I
an
lived at
avid
home.
watcher, though.
I only watch it until the end of the sporting group, because that's what the golden retrievers are. But they always lose.
You,
Thought they won
like-
one
you think
year.
there's
It was like
you think it's
years.
an inside job?
They've won. They've won 3 times out of, I don't know, like 140 something times this show's actually been
God.
on.
Mhm.
I
3
mean,
times, man.
is that just because golden retrievers are just for some reason bad
No, it's
at
'cause all-
whatever?
They're
No,
just
they look
default-
good. It's just all of the judges and people are like the rich
Yeah,
people
they
dudes,
haven't
and they have like
unlocked
the
any of their gear yet.
Yeah, they're like
No.
they're like early Call of Duty where you only have like the shit weapons at the start.
They have a
They're not
low
rare
drop rate.
enough.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not rare
like
enough.
literally they're called golden retriever, but they're like bronze. They're like bronze what? Like the bronze getter or something. Like they're not
The
Bronze
bronze
getter.
getter.
We were watching this video.
The
earlier
bronze
today
kneecap.
The
Yeah.
wooden
about this
snatcher.
guy who was talking about his husky that had two different colored eyes,
bicolor,
which made it rarer than other huskies.
mythic husky.
He got a rare drop rate
SSR
on his
husky.
Yeah. Legend, golden legendary.
it's just the skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his paid in-game shop.
Okay, wait.
Skin for
Are
his
you
husky.
sure a golden retriever has ever won?
Yeah.
For only the sporting group, they've done it
Because
like 3
I'm
times.
looking at Best in Show. They've never
Best in
won
Show,
Best
they
in
never win,
Show.
yeah.
No, they never won
'Cause
best in
it
show.
always goes to the tiny like terrier whatever dogs. It's always
Yeah, well,
them.
The little shits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Ones that you would
seems
never
to usually
actually
be
want to
that.
own.
And then it's like the one in like the actual sporting group, it's always like the spaniels or like the pointer dog or whatever it's called. It's like
Last 2 years was an
Ugh.
English setter.
yeah. And then
And
the year
then the
before that was the
a
boyo.
pointer.
Yeah.
And then a golden retriever,
Oh, yeah.
spaniels, setter, pointer, spaniel, pointer, setter,
Jack
spaniel.
Daniel.
The fuck is
Jack
that?
Daniel.
What is that?
I
That's
feel
the
like I'm
golden
listening to
name.
No,
somebody talk about,
no,
like,
there's-
volleyball positions.
Yeah.
A dog breed just called Brittany.
Brittany? Yep.
Brittany.
Can you
I have no clue.
Can you imagine what it would be like if they did like a cat show and like the hell that would be like the breeds for the cats? Because no one knows the breeds of cats.
Don't
They'd be like,
they?
oh yeah,
Eagle.
I have.
I'm pretty sure
have
they
an
do
orange.
that. They do have some kind of cat judging shows. I don't know if
Really?
they're like serious
Probably,
or they're
yeah.
like parody. Like,
Yeah.
but they
I've
do
never
them.
heard of that.
I've seen them. I've seen clips of
It's-
them online.
Yeah.
What's a fun game to play is to go on Reddit and go on r/cats, because there've been like an influx of posts lately where they're like, "What breed is my cat?" And like everyone's like, "Dude, it's like a tabby," or "Dude, it's
Obviously the
like a
orange
common
one.
house cat." Like it's nothing unless if you and someone made like a fucking flowchart where it's literally just two things where it says, "What breed is my cat?" And then one side is, "Does it have papers? Yes or no?" Yes, it's the breed on the papers. No, it's a common house cat.
Probably true in most cases.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
I
watch
don't know.
it every
There's
year.
some cat breeds I think could pass if you don't know a lot about cats.
Yeah. I mean, the only ones I know are like the Bengals. You got the blue. Was it the blue
Russian blue.
Russian blue. Yeah, you have like the ones without fur.
Yeah, apparently those are called Abyssinians, which goes hard as fuck.
Yeah, that's hard. Fucking D&D race.
Okay, there's apparently a breed of cat called a Burmese.
Yeah, I've
If you
heard
had
that.
showed it to me, I would have 100% thought this is just a regular cat. Look at this. I'm sending y'all a picture. It's just they just look like
That's
a
a
regular
cat.
cat to me.
Yeah, did you know apparently brown fur is like a mutation with the cats? That's kind of rare.
I believe
Nah,
it.
don't
I
you
don't
just red
don't see a lot
skin?
of brown cats.
You don't see a lot of brown. Also, there's a lot of cats now that have thumbs.
Thumbs.
Huh.
Yes,
Thumbs.
thumbs. It's becoming like it's a very widespread mutation now, and it's starting to become normal.
They're evolving.
They're evolving.
Nah, you
But
know what
we're
cat's
gonna have
goated?
cat
The
girls.
Maine Coon is goated.
We're gonna have cat girls in the future. They have
Banger.
thumbs now.
Our
Best
ears are
cat.
the girls' ears are gonna start disappearing.
Please.
Oh no.
Please, God. Shut up.
There's the reason why they have long hair. You don't
What?
want to have a flat head on the side without ears.
Someone pull up the fucking furry spectrum chart.
Anybody
No.
who watches any anime is like on the plus side of the furry spectrum
I
slightly.
disagree completely.
I would say so.
He speaks from experience.
Let me find the
Like
chart.
if there was like you have -100 and you have 100 and 100 being furry and -100 being like killer of furries. Like anybody who watches
negative
anime.
100 means they actively shave every part of their body.
Yeah.
Constantly. They live as a naked cat.
Yeah.
Wait, so
What, those
So,
Sphinx things or
wait,
whatever?
so if you have a cat that is shaved, then are you a human which has some amount of hair on their body? Are you more furry than that cat is?
Okay, stop. This is like
Yeah.
that
Wait
old
a minute.
Greek
Hold on.
philosophy thing where it's like
He's like,
a
hold up,
man
hold on.
is a featherless
metaphor-
biped that dude plucked all the feathers off the chickens and said, "Behold, a man."
He's not wrong.
Oh yeah, you mean Socrates or was it Diogenes? Was it
I think-
Diogenes?
He's Socrates.
I think Diogenes is the one who plucked the feathers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think Plato said, "Man is a featherless biped," and Diogenes plucked all the feathers off and said, "Behold, a chicken,"
Man,
or "Behold,
there's
a
a
man."
really definitive furry line on that chart.
Yeah.
Huh?
Borderline furry. Oh my god.
Very furry, more furry, very furry.
I literally
Furry
don't see the difference
cat.
between Neko and borderline furry here. It looks exactly the same. Oh, I guess no. The borderline
Neko-
furry has claws.
Yeah, bro. That's the only
Yeah.
difference.
Has like paws. Yeah. The fuck. All right. Why yellow?
I don't know, because the original character was blonde.
I guess so. Anyway,
I like how the
Anyway.
cat kept the person's haircut.
we have moved on. Next topic.
So I am working on compiling all of the stuff we had to say about each other. So if anyone who was here, God, when was this? Like
episode 3.
Episode 3 or something.
Yeah, so, like,
10-ish episodes
mid-September.
ago, we used ChatGPT to come up with different premises for animes, and all we told the AI was some like keywords, like come up with an anime about this, this, and this, and what this, and this were 3 random words that we as members of the podcast just came up with, unrelated to each other and not necessarily anime-esque at all. And some of the stuff we got was really funny. So in the spirit of that, we're going to try to do something like that again. But this time, what we're asking the AI to do is to come up with an anime, but this time about each one of us in the podcast.
Oh,
So we're going to ask the AI, there's 5 of us on the podcast, so it's going to go, what is a synopsis of an anime about Rob, for example? And then we say, Rob is this, 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 and this. And all of these characteristics are words that everyone else on the podcast has come up with about that person. So we
Everyone
have...
was so nice with their words. I was trying to like I wanted to be really mean, but I couldn't after everybody said so many nice things.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to say some fuck shit.
I don't know. Jackson's was neutral. Dave's was neutral. So I was just like neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt casually throws out some racial slurs.
No.
Matt,
no,
you wavy.
no.
I'll have
Yes, please.
allegations.
Hold on. Don't say what any of them are yet. We'll say that at the end. But the way I want to do this is, we have our order on the podcast, but I want the person who reads it to be... So I want, for example, the order goes Dustin, Jax. So Dustin will read Jax's, and then Jax will read mine, and so on. So the person who's about to be read about is going to read next.
Fun.
If that makes sense.
So
So
who wants to go first?
well, let's just go down the line. So the one about Dustin will go, and Jax will read it. So
Perfect.
So I have a pre-prepared one here, the one about Dustin.
Making me read already?
Yes, I'm making you read.
Man,
So
he hates reading
So
after
it
going
comes
to
up with a
school.
title, and the
Reading's
synopsis is
gross.
right underneath. I'll DM it to you,
I read
Jax.
it almost every night because I am an intellectual.
Wow.
Puts
All right,
glasses on.
take
I
it
have a- I have a
away,
Oh
Jackson.
my
weird
God.
feeling
Go
that
ahead.
It's probably going to be about anime.
So just to say again, this is an anime that the AI came up with
Alright.
about Dustin, and all the AI knows about Dustin is what we told it about it. So
Can't wait to me about like breaking the microphone.
Take it
on,
away.
like, everyone's
Alright.
computer.
Oh lord.
For
This is
our
gonna be-
man Dust,
Oh,
we
God.
got
be
the
dry.
anime Eccentric Echoes.
What?
Eccentric Echoes.
Eccentric
Okay.
Echoes.
Okay.
Eccentric, yeah. Okay,
Eccentric.
synopsis. Sorry.
You're fine.
In the vibrant town of Creatopia, where creativity knows no bounds, follows the unpredictable journey of Dustin, an eccentric teenager with a flair for the imaginative.
Great.
What?
With a flair for
Okay.
the imaginative.
Being in the same room as this
Yeah.
guy is amazing right now. Let's be honest.
Great.
By day,
He has his
By
head in his
day.
hand, he's just like, oh jeez.
Let him finish.
Can y'all shut the fuck up?
by day, Dustin is a quiet and unassuming student known for his artistic prowess. However, when the sun sets, his alter ego emerges. Enter the realm of eccentric echoes, where creativity and chaos collide. Dustin's
Chaos.
days
Chaos.
are filled with quiet moments of inspiration as he navigates the challenges of high school. Gifted with a vivid imagination, he channels his creativity into stunning artworks that captivate his classmates and teachers alike.
Alive. Oh god.
Like, sorry. However, as night falls, Dustin's personality takes a wild turn. He transforms into a boisterous force of nature, dabbling in various forms of expression from spontaneous dance performances to impromptu street art installations. The anime follows Dustin's dual life, exploring the comedic and heartfelt moments that rise from his contrasting personas. While he excels in his creative pursuits, he finds an unexpected passion for the art of shitposting.
Damn, that one got me.
Turning the internet into his canvas for absurdity and humor. His online antics attract a dedicated following, and he becomes a cult figure in the online community.
Oh my god.
As Dustin navigates the challenges of adolescence, he forms a close-knit group of friends who embrace his eccentricity. Together, they embark on creative escapades, pushing the boundaries of artistic expression in both the real and digital worlds. However, Dustin's unconventional approach to life raises eyebrows, especially with the more reserved members of Creatopia. Eccentric Echoes is a journey of self-discovery, friendship, and the boundless possibilities of creativity. As Dustin embraces the dichotomy of his quiet and loud selves, he learns that the most extraordinary works of art often emerge from the intersection of chaos and inspiration. While Dustin's eccentric echoes leave a lasting impression on Creatopia, or while his creative escapades lead to unexpected consequences? Question mark.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Honestly, adolescence part aside, that was kind of solid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pretty
it wasn't
funny.
too bad.
Yeah,
I guess.
The shit posting part got me.
Yeah,
that's what
that
got
was
me. I
terrific.
Those reserved members in Creatopia are not a fan of Dustin.
Yeah.
For he.
Eccentric Echoes. Oh my god. All right.
All
Well,
right, who's next?
Yeah, the title was a little extra, but
yeah. So now we got, let's see, we got
Like
me
Jackson's
reading
one.
Jackson's one.
I.
So let me pull up his. I. Da, 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 da. All right. So let me pitch to you, Mappa. Subtle Savor. In the tranquil town of Tranquilis, where time seems to move at its own pace, follows the story of Jaxon, an indifferent and laid-back teenager with an insatiable appetite. Nicknamed the indifferent gourmet by classmates, Jackson's unassuming demeanor hides a keen sense for savoring life's subtle moments, especially when it comes to his love for food. Jackson's days are a symphony of nonchalance as he navigates high school with a calm indifference. Unfazed by the drama and chaos around him, Jackson's subtle observations reveal a profound appreciation for the small joys in life. His quiet nature and love for solitude, combined with an ever-present hunger, make him a unique character in the tranquil tapestry of Tranquilis. The anime follows Jackson's adventures as he explores the town's diverse culinary landscape, seeking out hidden gems and savoring each bite with a discerning palate. From street vendors to hidden cafes, Jackson's indifferent exterior conceals a deep appreciation for the art of gastronomy. As Jackson meanders through the serene streets, he encounters a cast of characters who are drawn to his enigmatic aura. Among them is Lily, a passionate food blogger determined to unravel the mysteries of Jackson's culinary escapades. Together, they embark on a journey to uncover the town's culinary secrets, exploring the delicate balance between subtlety and indulgence. Subtle Savor is a delightful anime that celebrates the beauty of quiet moments, the joy of savoring simple pleasures, and the unspoken language of food. with a calming ambience and Jackson's laissez-faire attitude, viewers are invited to appreciate the subtleties of life and join in the serene journey of exploration through the town of Tranquilis.
Aye.
All right.
We.
Very calm, very
So
serene.
Jackson's just
We.
chill.
He's just
He's
chilling and
Yeah, his
eating.
girlfriend. That's it.
He's just chilling and eating.
Just chilling
That's
and
the whole
eating.
show.
Yeah.
I would watch that. That sounds like a great slice of life show.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
All right.
Very, very cozy. Okay.
It's Dave's turn, and I get to read it.
Oh, you get to read. Okay. Get closer to the mic for this.
Okay.
I'll DM this to you.
Yep.
Here you go.
Oh, Jesus is long.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is formatted to your phone.
The title: Whims of Dave.
Bruh.
The synopsis: in the bustling city of Harmonia, where contrasting personalities collide,
Oh no.
the story of Dave unfolds. An individual an individual embodying passion, sophistication, annoyance, and the very essence of sigh.
Energy.
Sigh.
Known simply as Dave, he is a magnetic force that draws people into his eccentric world. Dave's days are a whirlwind of contradictions, and his vibrant personality leaves an indelible mark on the lives of those around him. His passion for the arts is contagious, whether he's hosting avant-garde poetry readings or orchestrating
fuck?
impromptu jazz performances in the local
The
park.
fuck?
However, Dave's boundless enthusiasm often teeters on the edge of annoyance, and his relentless pursuit of sophistication occasionally leaves others sighing in disbelief. The anime follows Dave's adventures as he effortlessly blurs the lines between high culture and everyday life, from hosting extravagant dinner parties to organizing flash mobs in the city square.
What the?
Dave's welcoming nature draws a diverse group of friends and acquaintances into his orbit. Among them is Emma, a reserved artist who finds herself both inspired and exasperated by Dave's antics. Damn, Dave, what are you doing to this girl?
I don't know.
As Dave introduces his friends to the world of passion and sophistication, he unwittingly becomes the catalyst for personal growth and self-discovery. The anime explores the dynamic relationships formed in the wake of Dave's whimsical endeavors, that's what it said, with each character discovering unexpected facets of themselves along the way. Whims of Dave is a spirited journey that delves into the complexities of human connection, the pursuit of passion, and the unpredictable nature of life. With Dave as the charismatic guide, viewers are taken in an adventure filled with laughter, introspection, and the occasional, inevitable sigh.
God damn it.
Dave.
Who's the one that said I'm the essence of a sigh?
That was me.
That carried this whole thing.
Yeah.
It really did.
It was so good.
I am the essence of a sigh. Okay, fine.
All right.
I'll take
Rob
it.
gets to read mine now.
Rob gets to read yours. Skadoosh, and Ladoosh. There.
Rob's muted.
Fuck.
Okay. Oh wait, no, he isn't.
I got by the title.
What is it?
Title. Otaku Odyssey.
Damn, you got targeted.
Y'all have no idea. In the colorful world of Akihabara, where anime dreams come to life, follows the spirited tale of Matt, an unabashed weeb on a quest for the ultimate otaku experience. Known among his peers as Uber Weeb Matt. His commitment to the anime lifestyle knows no bounds.
I wish I was in Dustin's room right
Matt's
now.
days are a whimsical blend of reality and the fantastical realm of his favorite anime, with an ever-present body pillow of his waifu and an extensive collection of figurines. Matt is the epitome of otaku culture. He's committed to living his life in the style of his favorite anime characters, whether it's striking dramatic poses in everyday situations or crafting elaborate fan theories. The anime follows Matt's adventures as he dives headfirst into the Akihabara scene, attending anime conventions, participating in cosplay competitions, and collecting rare merchandise with unwavering enthusiasm. His contagious passion attracts a lively group of friends who share in his otaku lifestyle, including Haru, a fellow Uber weeb, and Sora, an aspiring manga artist. Amid the hustle and bustle of Akihabara, Matt discovers a mysterious artifact that transports him and his friends into a fantastical anime world.
Let's go.
Let's
Armed with
go.
otaku knowledge, the group must navigate through the challenges of this surreal landscape.
He's living his
encountering
dream.
eccentric characters and battling formidable foes straight out of their favorite anime genres.
I get my fantasy
Otaku
isekai.
Odyssey is a comedic and heartwarming anime that celebrates the joy of fandom, friendship, and the imaginative escape offered by anime culture. As Matt and his friends embark on their otaku adventures, they discover that the line between fiction and reality is more blurred than they could ever imagine, creating a whirlwind journey that transcends the boundaries of both worlds. Holy
I'd watch it. I'd watch that.
I got fucking isekai'd. Let's fucking go.
Nice,
God.
dude.
how? I don't
Yes!
understand how.
That was amazing.
Oh my god. That was so hard.
Your delivery was impeccable.
That was so hard to read. I almost threw up trying not to laugh. Oh my god.
He got
Holy
targeted
shit.
so hard.
He did,
Yeah,
but it
sorry.
made for the best one so
Yeah.
far.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It was hard to breathe.
Did anybody write anything about isekai, or did that actually just come up?
No.
No, it
No,
just came
just
up.
that. So the thing that I typed for you was what is a synopsis of an anime about Matt? Matt is a weeb. He is committed. He is an uber weeb. He is wavy. He is tired. That is it.
Bro.
Imagine being like, nah, I can't do shit with wavy and tired.
Yeah. So it hung on that weeb shit. Well, I did say it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not just a weeb. I'm an uber
Uber.
weeb.
All right.
Uber
That's on
wavy
recording.
weeb.
He said it.
Oh my god.
All right. Well,
Where's my ever-present body pillow, though? I need one of those.
okay.
That was bro, that was so hard to get through.
Oh god.
That was great. All right, Dustin, it's your turn.
Yep.
You get to read for Rob.
You get to read
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Rob. Here it is.
Send it.
Oh boy.
The douche.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh,
I'm
no.
concerned.
All right,
I'm
Rob,
excited.
are you ready?
No.
All right.
No, I'm not.
The title.
Oh wait, I'm in the same room, so I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna look the other way.
Okay. Yeah, he is. All right. The title is Legal Discord. Here's a synopsis.
Does that mean
the
Discord
heart
is
of the-
legal?
In this heart of this bustling metropolis of Legalia, where the echoes of political debates resound, unfolds the gripping narrative of Rob, a lawyer with a passion for justice that is as intense as the frustrations that accompany his pursuit. Known for his legal prowess and unwavering dedication, Rob's life becomes a tumultuous journey through the intricacies of the legal world, politics, and the occasional bouts of annoyance. Rob's days are a whirlwind of courtroom drama, impassioned speeches, and the constant struggle against systematic injustices. As a lawyer deeply committed to defending the voiceless, he navigates the complexities of Legalia's legal system with a fervor that often leaves him frustrated. Rob's political ideals and unwavering dedication to justice often clash with the realities of a system that he seeks to reform. The anime follows Rob's journey as he takes off on high-profile cases, battles against corrupt officials, and engages in political activism. Alongside a diverse group of colleagues and allies, including Maya, a spirited legal researcher, and Alex, a charismatic political activist, Rob confronts the challenges of Legalia's legal landscape. Rob's frustrations come to a head when he stumbles upon a conspiracy that threatens to undermine the very foundations of justice in Legalia. As he peels back the layers of corruption, he discovers that the web of political intrigue is more intricate and perilous than he could have ever imagined. Legal Discord is a gripping anime that delves into the intricacies of the legal and political realms, exploring themes of justice, frustration, and the relentless pursuit of a better society. As Rod confronts his own ideals and the harsh realities of the legal system, he becomes a beacon of hope for those who seek a voice in the face of injustice, inspiring change in the city of Legalia.
Rob, you're just
Just
in
a lawyer.
Fontaine.
Yeah,
You're literally in Fontaine.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Anime Rob is based, but also, why is Matt the only one whose story takes place in a real location?
Yeah, what the fuck?
It
The
hears Weeb and
only
it goes.
one.
It hears Weeb and it goes Akihabara.
No, you see, it
Literally
started in
the
Akihabara, and then I
only
got
one.
isekai into a fantasy world where I could be the
The
strongest.
only one that has anything to do with a real location.
Look, I ended up as the strongest sage with the weakest crest, okay?
Oh god.
Also,
Mm,
Yeah.
also,
no, I'm just thinking, I was expecting that I would be the only adult, but Matt clutched up because they never specify, they never make any indication about his age.
Same with
Yeah.
Dave.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
mm,
Me and Jax are in high school.
they know each other.
Over here.
Yeah.
They're buds.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Mine went about exactly how I thought it would. It sounds like if you wrote an anime about like a mildly interesting lawyer.
Mm. Well, that went pretty
Just make
well.
Better Call Saul the anime.
That was great.
Yeah. Very good, very good.
Ugh.
Looks like ChatGPT still got it.
It got me good.
It
I'm gonna
did.
be thinking about that one for a while.
Yeah, it was really good. It was almost as good as the Cat Codex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I still think the Abyssal Euphoria is goated. It's the best.
A bit, yeah. I'm gonna have to
Abyssal
reread
Euphoria.
that.
Matt just left the
Solos.
room. What is he doing? Oh, he got water.
Ah,
I was gonna come back with like a bag of chips and then loudly eat it into the microphone.
yummy wummy.
Bro, I gotta get the double family size bag of chips.
Oh my god.
Never ending.
The Costco size.
Mm.
Costco size.
Speaking of food and stuff, Rob, you had a question on here that is pretty interesting. Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I don't know why this came to mind the other day, but I was
I know
thinking
this
about
relates to.
like y'all know how there's people whose job it is or like part of their job, like maybe they're like a food critic or like a journalist for like some food related magazine. Either their whole job or part of their job is just to like consume some specific food item or
Right.
like beverage and like talk about it, so they're
Mhm.
basically like an expert on that
Yeah.
kind of food.
Yep.
The thing that I was wondering or whatever is what I don't know, food expert or food tester would you guys want to be?
I already
Like
know
what
mine.
would be your very specific food or beverage?
I already know mine.
What is it?
What is it?
Dumplings.
I'll go with
Okay.
sushi.
So, are you guys saying that because you think you would be good at it, or just because you'd get to eat a lot of it?
I don't give a fuck if you're good at it.
Both.
Assume you're good at it.
Just
The
because I can eat a lot.
assume you
Yeah.
are good at it.
Yeah.
Mm.
The
Man.
only variable is your personal.
Every single Asian
taste.
restaurant I've been to, I've always ordered dumplings with my meal.
You know what? No, scratch sushi. Steak.
Oh god.
Steak.
Matt's gonna be like,
Steak.
it wasn't to put it on the stove for a certain amount of time.
If it ain't medium rare, you send that shit back.
I'm gonna pull out like a fucking gun and shoot the guy if he doesn't have it medium rare. Christ.
I'm inclined
Y'all,
to say,
fuck
also
all
say
y'all. I eat mine. Well done. No.
But no, in all reality, I don't send food back unless I absolutely need to. Like if it's medium, it's fine. But if it's medium well, I'm sending it back.
Now I'm remembering one time I went out to eat with my parents in high school, and I sent my food back twice, and then I would
Yikes.
not eat. I did not eat at that chain of restaurants for like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years after that, just because I was like, y'all bring me there one time. I am not the type of person to send back food. I'm not picky enough to need to send back food. And I had to send my food back twice in one night. Like, no. Leave me alone. I'm not going back.
Mm.
Well, I would be a root beer float food tester.
That was not
Ooh.
expected at all.
That is
I
Interesting.
did not expect that one.
That's fun.
Why do you
I like
drink a lot of
that.
root beer float? I've never seen you in the amount of time I've known you drink a fucking root beer float.
I know.
And I've known you for like how long now? 5 or 6 years?
Yeah.
all right. Jax, explain. You had a root beer float last night, didn't you?
No, I had it like in high school.
Ah,
And I thought
What
it was
the?
good.
What?
And I was like, oh,
Okay,
this is
well,
good. And
Jax,
then I just
you
never
just
had
you
it
just
again.
made you just made our walls shake because you made Dustin scream.
Like, no wonder why. What the fuck? It's so weird.
Okay, what made you think of a root beer float all of a sudden? Then?
After all
Jax,
these
well,
years, why do you think of a root beer float now?
I was just thinking of what food, and then I was like, oh, that.
it just popped in your brain.
Okay.
Yeah, it just
Okay.
popped
Okay,
in my
but
head.
there's not
Okay,
any
let me-
food
let
you
me
eat with any
convince
more
you.
regularity that you are passionate about.
Let me convince
You're
you
just like,
otherwise.
all the other food I eat, dog shit. That root beer float I had like 7 years ago.
That must have
now
been a really
that-
good float.
That has my
Yeah, that's
intrigue.
because I never really had them before, and then I had it that one time. I was like, oh, this is
You've
pretty
had
good.
it just
And I
once.
never had.
You've had it
Dustin,
once, and then you
Never
want
had it
that to be
again.
your job to test them.
You know,
Dustin,
Yes.
Dave, it is decided after this podcast we're
Yes.
getting ice cream and we're making root beer floats.
Okay.
There's no
fine.
question.
I mean, I like them and they're not bad.
I absolutely love them, and I completely forgot they
Did you-
existed.
did you
until Jax
know-
just brought them up.
Fun fact that you don't want to know, but whatever.
Oh boy.
So root beer is made from the sassafras plant, or the sassafras like tree. Have you heard of that tree?
Yeah.
Okay, that shit can be poisonous if it's not prepared correctly. Like it can kill you. Just fun fact.
Perfect.
I'm so unbothered.
Same.
Yeah, just saying. All right. Anyway,
I would be inclined to say sushi for my food, just because there's like, well, one, I love sushi, but also there's so many different types. You could put like quite literally anything in there, and you'll never really get bored of it. I feel because
so
they
you get human.
can be different. But for the same reason, I would also say maybe just burgers. So I love burgers, and you can put a bunch of stuff on them.
I am sick of burgers.
I feel like though I would get sick of burgers before I would get sick of sushi. But but like actually getting sick from burgers and like just eating all that fat and calories might kill me before sushi, but sushi does run the risk of having parasites and shit. So, you know,
Also
there's a
mercury
trade-off with both.
poisoning. You're eating a lot of fish and get mercury poisoning.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just because you're a food tester of this food doesn't mean you're exclusively eating it.
Only eating this.
You're
food.
just eating
Yeah.
it like a lot.
Unless you're
Mm-hmm.
So if it's like that, then I think probably a sushi tester would be more fun.
Mhm.
I have fun having the blowfish one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. and I think that was everyone's.
Yeah, what's yours?
Yeah, Rob was-
Oh, Rob didn't go. I thought.
No.
Oh, I assumed you went because it was your topic.
Oh, I did. I said steak.
Oh, you did say steak, right? I forgot.
No,
Yeah, he
Rob.
did say steak. I'd probably go bread.
Oh, yeah.
Respectable.
Ooh,
That's a good
Like-
one.
that is a good one.
I
There's
have
a lot of different types
always,
of bread.
unlike Jaxon, who had a root beer float one time
One time 5 years
in
ago,
high school,
7 years ago.
Man.
I'm sure it was, but
Why did you not think to
I-
have
that's not the
it?
point.
I have loved bread for like as long as I can remember. Like, don't get me
That's a
wrong, I'm not
good
just
age.
like sitting here like chomping loaves of just like straight white bread.
He has his dick in a baguette right now.
White boy eats white bread.
It's
But, like,
baguettes,
A
always.
baguette. I'll just eat a whole baguette straight up. Nothing.
bread.
Yeah,
Nothing
I
with
watched
it.
you do it, Rob.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
all watched.
Wait,
you
yeah,
do that
we've
while
seen
we
you do
were in
it.
Seattle.
Yeah. Like a decent baguette, you know, just whatever random baguette you buy at the grocery store, that's good enough for me to just eat. I
Yeah,
don't need to make it a sandwich. I don't need to put anything on it. I don't need to have anything with it.
like even the most mid
Would.
baguette in the world is still a really good baguette.
Or like I have no idea what the bread actually is. I just know what they call it at Publix, but y'all know the Chicago bread?
Yeah.
That bread?
Chicago bread.
Yeah, it's something they sell in the bakery in Publix.
Is that the one with like the
Um,
black seeds on it?
No.
Is it with the white powder?
No.
Let me
It's
let me look
like-
for an
White
image.
powder with your bread.
Yeah, let me see if I can find an
Chicago
image.
bread.
Like,
I'm seeing a bunch of different types.
I got a good picture.
Chicago style.
Yeah, okay. I just sent it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's-
Yeah,
Oh,
like
Oh, that is good bread.
it's like a
Yep.
very like
That is good, yeah.
the crumb, like the middle portion of the bread, like the whiter part of the bread, is like soft and it's like dense, but really like not dense at the same time.
mm-hmm.
It's like there's a lot of air in it, but wherever there is bread is like pretty like solid and chewy, and the crust is pretty like, I don't know, firm. That bread is like on par with baguettes for me. Same deal. I could just eat a loaf of that shit straight up.
Mm.
No toast, no butter, no nothing. Just pound that. And yeah, I would say bread. I like bread.
Oh, you know
and-
what bread's really good? The bread they give you at like Italian restaurants that you dip in stuff,
Oh yeah.
Mm.
like the really thick bread.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Oh,
Nah,
bread.
you know what's a really interesting bread? The what is it called? The kind of bread they have at like Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, pumpernickel.
Yup. Yeah, that.
Oh, that
that
is
is
so good.
also. I've never known what the hell it's called.
Well, now
I've
you do.
just eaten it when I've been there, and I'm like, you know, this isn't my favorite. This isn't bad. This is just
Good.
something. It's strange.
Mhm.
Like, it's
It's-
very different
yeah.
from most other breads I've ever eaten.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is the first time I'm knowing that is apparently just that's pumpernickel. That's what that is.
Pumpernickel, yeah.
I've not known that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just good though.
But
Rob,
yeah.
Rob, does Fred like bread?
I think Fred does like bread. So I don't know anybody named Fred. I don't know if y'all know anybody named Fred, but what Dave is talking about is a game that I got to play recently with our friend Jerry. It is
Who just had a
game
birthday yesterday?
called-
Happy birthday, Jerry.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Jerry.
Happy birthday, Jerry.
HPD.
The game is called Bread and Fred. It has nothing to do with bread. It is a game about two little penguins named Bread and Fred, and their like adventure hiking or scaling, climbing, whatever you want to call it, up through this like mountainous landscape.
Oh, is that
like
the one we connected with the rope?
Yeah. So if
Oh,
you've
I've
seen
heard
any
that one.
video gameplay
Yeah.
online of two little penguins that are tied together with a rope,
Shit.
giving like kind of like ice climbers from Smash Bros type beat,
It's hard.
that is Bread and Fred. It's imagine the game Getting Over It, but it's 2-player and your success and failure is explicitly tied to the performance of the person you are playing with.
Oh God.
Yeah. You're literally
It's
connected
not
together.
like if you had Getting Over It in 2-player and there were two separate dudes with sledgehammers sitting in cauldrons. You are tied together. So your jump height varies whether you jump separately or at the same time.
So it's like Pogo Stuck, multiplayer, kind of.
But is there a Pogo Stuck multiplayer where you're attached?
Yeah, you're literally tied together.
You're
So if
tied
you
together.
jump-
Yeah.
if you
Yeah, I
jump
guess it's
without your-
like Pogo
without your
Stuck.
friend, it, like,
That sounds
But yeah.
hectic as fuck.
Yeah.
I need to play that
Jerry
again.
and I played it. We turned on checkpoints, which are not on by default because we wanted to have fun and
Yeah.
preserve our mental health. And we did have fun. Even with checkpoints, it took us like 3 hours. But pretty fun. It was an interesting game. It was fun trying to get through all the different sections and figure out all the different little puzzles of getting through different areas and different like orientations of structures and different hazards or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. However, I will say I think if we didn't have the checkpoints turned on, we would not have finished. It would probably take us like 20 or 30 hours.
Mm.
Cuz I think the summit spoiler, I guess, the summit is like 550 meters up. You can easily fall over 100 meters.
Oh.
I'm sure there's probably some area where you can fall more. I don't know if there's anything like in Getting Over It where you go on the wrong thing and you literally go all the way to the very beginning. But we did have multiple occasions where we fell over 100 meters. And it's like...
And how long does it take to naturally get to 100 meters?
I mean, it depends on what stretch you're talking about. There's some stretches that are much harder than others, and there were some areas that were just particularly challenging for us.
Mm.
Like, I'm sure there were some sections of like 100 meters that probably took us, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes, say. And then there were sections where a 10-meter section took us like 20 minutes.
Oof.
There were some areas that were just really hard for us to figure out, or really hard for us to like get all the technique and timing down right to get through it. Fortunately, I recorded all of it. So,
Hey.
perhaps on the next podcast we can throw that on the background for everyone's viewing pleasure.
Yeah. Sounds good. Maybe
But yeah,
foreshadowing.
I know there was one section we did, and by the way, there are like there's like optional collectibles in the game. We spent probably 30 or 40 minutes in this one area with like an elevation change of, I don't know, 20 meters. 40 minutes. It does not progress the game. It is just for the collectible.
Yes.
You do not progress.
I am with you, though. I want that collectible.
Yeah. No. Like...
You got it, though, right?
We did. But we probably spent at least, like, 20 minutes just on, like, the last, like, 5 to 10 meters of it.
Ugh.
The first, I don't know how much of it, we had no idea that this wasn't the way you were supposed to go. Because right before this, there was a section we were having a hard time getting through. Like it took us like 10 minutes, and we could not jump from this one area to the next platform, and we're like, this seems to be the only logical progression for us. And then we tried walking right, and there was an area that you couldn't see unless you walked right, and we're like, oh my, we were supposed to go this way, huh? So then we spent like 20 minutes trying to go that way, and then we see the collectible, and I don't know at what point we realized that was all that was there. There was no, this is the way you're supposed to go. But we spent probably at least 20 minutes thinking that was the way to go, only to find out, oh, it's just the collectible.
Well,
but
you got it.
Nonetheless, solid game, fun game. Will I play it without checkpoints? Maybe if I decide that I hate myself and I can convince Sherry to do it.
Well, another game that we've all been getting into lately. Lethal Company. Lethal Company, which is what we have on screen right now. Holy shit, what a fun game. What an absolutely fun game. Jax, since you put it on here, do you want to talk about it?
Sure. I mean, if you haven't seen it already, you're living under a rock. But yeah, it's just horror, sneaking around, finding loot. Hopefully you get back to the ship in time. And hopefully you don't die from the Bracken.
Yeah, the Bracken.
Because that thing has killed us so many times without us knowing, and we just don't know how to fight it correctly, or we just don't have the capability to fight it currently. And
looks like
we've got
what
up
I've
to
seen
like
the play is stun gun and then double or zap gun, whatever.
Yeah.
And well, our quota, what's the highest quota we've gotten to? Like 799 or
Yeah,
something?
799.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was our largest quota, but like earlier when before we started the podcast and I was just writing some stuff down, I had on a stream in the background and Matt was sitting here with me. I was watching Wade, Lord Minion 777, if any of you know him. He was playing with some of his friends, and he went into the terminal on his ship, and they have like 3,400 money, like in their thing. And they're like, "You guys want to go to Titan? Sure, all right." And I'm like, "Oh my god, they're so nonchalant about going to Titan and having 3,400 money. Like we felt on top of the world just making it to Titan." Was it yesterday or the day before?
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. We felt so accomplished having made it to Titan and having like 700 monies in our account. And then I see 3,400 and it's like, "You want to go to Titan? Sure. Okay." I was like, "Fuck, dude."
Were their games modded? Because I've been seeing a lot of people playing with modded.
No, I saw just the 4 of them on their ship.
No, but like, did the inventory have more spots?
I didn't see that part.
Because I've seen people have 6.
No,
they have 4 at the bottom and then 2 on the right.
Interesting. I don't know if it was modded, but if it was, then it's a little less impressive. But if it wasn't, then goddamn, we have some work to do, which is great because I don't want to be nearly done with this yet.
No. Apparently, there's enemies and that we still haven't seen because I've been getting a ton of Lethal Company on TikTok, like an unbelievable amount.
Yeah, I mean,
and for one, there are people that are way worse at dealing with the Bracken than we are.
Oh, I'm sure.
I've I saw a video earlier where it was like a group of 4 friends playing, and they did not realize the one guy got taken until they were looking on the floor for items, and they're like, "I found a flashlight," and they're like, "Are you supposed to find a flashlight?" And they're like, "Oh shit, it got Dave," and then they're like looking. The 3 of them are like looking around, skulking around, like being like, "Where the fuck is it? What happened?" And then you just hear the neck snapping noise, like,
Yeah.
and it's like one of them's like, "I just heard a neck break," and they turn around and they're like, "It got Jaxon." Fuck.
The best is when you get the POV of the guy that stays on the ship and has the walkie, because I've seen also clips of ones where it's from the POV of the guy on the ship with the walkie, and it hears the guys that are in there, and they're like, "Wait, I think I hear something. Oh shit!" And then it cuts off.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
This game makes for some great clips.
Being the guy on the
oh,
ship
yeah.
is fucking scary too, because you could be on there and all of a sudden some shit tries to get inside,
Oh, yeah.
so you can't help your
Yeah.
friends.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you have to close the door and watch the camera, meanwhile everyone else is dying.
I vibe on the ship sometimes. It's
Yeah.
it's fun to sort of micromanage stuff in there, but it's also fun being amongst the chaos in there.
Yeah.
Matt, sometime this weekend we'll get you in one of our chairs and play this.
Yeah, it's really fun.
We gotta just get the mod to have more people.
Well, he's still not at home, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Not true.
We'll get the mod after the fact.
yeah. So look forward to probably more just background gameplay of this, because there's a ton of it from all of our perspectives.
Yeah, yesterday we all
Mhm.
recorded our perspectives. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually ran out of space on my hard drive yesterday, like mid-recording of this, and I went to check my hard drive, and it said 1,000 gigabytes out of 1,000 gigabytes. I'm like, wow, that
Jesus.
took literally however long I've had this computer since high school to fill up all the way. But I just deleted a single video of a 2-hour recording of Overwatch from like 3 or 4 years ago. That was 60 gigabytes, a single video,
Oh my god.
and I nuked it and I made room. So
Rip old
Nice.
Overwatch.
That
I have
is
so many recordings of old Overwatch,
insane,
so it's fine.
bro.
At
My
Sonic
record,
TT Sonic
my
Sword
recordings
TTV.
are like
Oh,
3
yeah.
gigs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean I think
like-
that's because you don't stream it. It's only the actual recording.
yeah, but I think last night Dave only recorded, right?
yeah. I haven't been streaming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shameless
'Cause, like,
plug.
my
Silent Sword
recordings
TV.
are
TTV.
my recordings are only like 1 to 3 gigabyte, but like if you stream it and record, it's like 30.
Really?
Yeah. That's
Hmm.
why that one time I couldn't upload
Maybe
the
you
video. Cause
maybe you record it in like a lower resolution or something.
I mean,
Yeah, you have to check
I
your
think it's
res.
the same.
Yeah, whatever. Lethal Company, great game. Go get it.
Highly
I think it's like
recommend,
$10.
especially if it, yeah.
Totally
Yeah,
worth
it's
10
like
bucks.
$10 or
Totally worth
something.
it.
1,000,000,000% worth.
Yeah. Imagine like I was gonna say imagine like speedrun or esports of this, but I'm wondering how you would even do that. Like meet a certain quota the fastest.
Yeah. First day quota.
Thing is, it's RNG though.
Yep.
Exactly. But how do people
I mean,
like run
just
other
like a battle
RNG
royale
games?
is RNG.
You just
Yeah,
run in and grab
you're right.
what you can. You could probably memorize all those spawn parts, like in what each room where everything.
Yeah, but
spawns
the
in.
structures I think are seeded.
Well, yeah, I know.
How to
I'm
remember
saying,
all 9
Well, if you
million seeds.
you can give
That's not what I'm
everyone the
saying.
same.
I'm saying
the same seed.
You can. Well,
Yeah,
they
you
have
could
that,
give them all the same seed, but that
they
doesn't.
would have the unseeded runs. You would just remember. Okay, this is what like the rooms like look like, because it places the
Usual
rooms,
stuff.
and you would know where items spawn in those specific types of rooms. That's how they do it in Isaac and other games.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
It's possible. Yeah. So, Lethal Company, great game. How about we talk about some anime? We
I don't
need to
think-
live
Anime
up.
Lethal Company.
We need to live up to our name, right? Got to be some Degen. Matt,
Mhm.
tell us about Dead Mount Deathplay.
Well, I just wanted to open it up for discussion because I've forced you guys to watch it. Everybody except for Jaxon here. I haven't gotten to him yet.
I'm safe.
It'll happen eventually.
You're
he's
not
the-
safe.
He's literally the Grim Reaper, the meme of the Grim Reaper at the doors, and each one says our names, and the last one says Jaxon. He's knocking on it right now.
So, as most people know, I am I very much love my isekai anime a lot, and this is one that
ChatGPT
came out
knows it.
earlier this year that really caught my interest, and it kind of popped off. So I watched the first part of it, and it was really good. It's pretty much about there's a whole beginning scene transported to another world. There's some stuff that goes on there that is a bit of a surprise at the beginning, so I don't want to get into it too much for the beginning part. But it gets into the real world. It brings somebody into our world rather than into another world.
Reverse isekai.
Yeah, and there's all these gangs and assassins doing murder things, and he gets spawned into this world with a slit throat. And he's just been killed, sort of. And everybody's like, what the heck? This guy's just walking around with a slit throat. What's going on here? And he still has his magic from the other world, which was necromancy. So he's able to, control spirits and whatnot, and see spirits. And he's not able to use as much magic in our world, but he's able to use enough magic to protect himself. And it's turned into one of my favorite shows this year pretty quickly, because the characters that they bring into the show, like, I don't think the show would have worked that well if the characters weren't great. You've got the main character who he has a very sort of a set ideal on life of what he thinks life is and what peace is, and in order to fight for peace, he's willing to kill and murder people. Well, not really kill and murder people. He maim and, mentally destroy people. Which could be worse than death sometimes.
Traumatize.
Like, I mean, there was that one scene, no spoiler really, but actually,
Mentally
spoiler alert.
destroy.
So he turned a bunch of people into like human knots in like the second or third episode. He like crushed them in like a ball of concrete, and like all their bones were like in knots and all twisted and shit. And they were still alive, but he said he messed with their brains so that they'd never be able to testify against him. So I mean, is that worse than death? Probably. But yeah. It's very interesting. It brings in all these sorts of there's a bit of mystery going on, because his other world is somehow involved in the current world, like our world. Somebody else from that world is here. Bunch of crazy stuff. There's the female like main character who is with him. Is very cool. She's got a interesting. It reminds me a lot of old anime personality. But the main reason I put this topic on here is because I want to hear y'all's opinion of the show. After I know Dave and Dustin have only watched the first couple episodes, but Rob, you've watched the whole thing with me at this point. What do you think about the show?
It's
Meh. Mid.
It's interesting. I don't know. Like, I feel like, to some degree, it is held back by the production feeling just kind of average.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is why I don't feel very like enthusiastic, because like I've watched all however many episodes we have, like 18 or 19 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And like I wouldn't watch that many episodes of something if I wasn't enjoying it or at least interested in what's happening.
I mean, yeah, we've stopped watching a lot of shows this season already,
and like
right?
there's nothing particularly like bad about it. I don't think there's anything that isn't done at least decently. But I can't think of anything that like is done super well. Like I don't know. It doesn't feel like it like excessively uses cliches or anything like that, and there's no particular like weak point that comes to mind for me with the show. It's
Mhm.
just like okay,
Gotcha.
but
What stood
I've
out for
enjoyed
me
watching it.
when I watched it is really the way they throw characters in. At least in the beginning, they throw this character Solitaire in, and you're like, who the heck is this guy? And he's kind of like a massive troll. Is just his whole character, and he gets thrown in, and he just throws a wrench into the works all the time. And you've got the cops who are involved, the cops who literally look like street thugs, and they're doing their own investigation. Everybody gets introduced with their own sort of like ideas and goals immediately, right? And then it starts to sort of interconnect everything very slowly. It almost feels like a mystery to me when I'm watching it of what's going on. That's
I will
slowly being
say
unraveled.
the mystery
with each
aspects are solid.
episode.
And most of the characters are pretty good, to be honest. Like the cops, Misaki, the main character. Solitaire is really good at making me hate him. He reminds me of
He's just an internet troll. You're supposed to hate him,
the guy
right?
from My Hero, somebody.
Oh yeah, the guy from what was it, season 5?
The 4
or season 4? The end of season 4.
What? Gentle Criminal.
Gentle Criminal. Yep.
Yeah, he
That's
reminds
exactly
me of
what
him.
he's like.
He reminds me of him, kind of. And I really hated Gentle Criminal, and I really hate
Solitaire.
So he's very good at making me hate him,
Yep.
which I think is kind of the idea. So
the weirdest one for me so far, the weirdest character for me so far is the fire breathing bug.
Oh yeah.
The one who kind of like uses hypnosis and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
That thing's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get too much into what they do or anything. I'm just gonna names are names. So that one's cool. The one of the big things for me about the show was how they show Polka, our main character, as this sort of, you think he's omnipotent when he comes into the world, because he's this guy with crazy abilities that nobody else in the world has. And then you get introduced to some of these characters and you're like, huh, maybe he's not the strongest, even though these people are supposed to be normal humans. Some of them are freaking absurd. like Lemmings, who we know nothing about even at this point, is just a monster, right? Like very cool looking character. Like, I'll just preface this. I'm about to talk about something that happens in an episode. So, spoiler alert, skip about 30 seconds. Lemmings is this guy in full bandages. And he is so freaking strong. Like, he punches straight through some of the magic that our main character uses. And he almost seems like it feels like Superman when he's on the screen. Like, you're just sitting there and you don't know anything about this guy, and you just look at him and you're like, oh yeah, nobody's beating this guy. Like, right when he's on screen. And for no reason other than everybody in the show tells us that nobody can beat him. But yeah, it's very cool. The characters have been interesting. What about you, Dave? Dustin, I made you guys watch the first couple of episodes.
Yeah,
Any thoughts on it so far?
Before I say anything, I was just in the bathroom, and when I went to dry my hands, a lizard like crawled around the paper towel and almost onto my hand, and I freaked out for a second. Anyway, yeah, so I had to like.
Is that the girly noise I heard?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it was.
Cool.
Because it just fucking came out of nowhere.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah. I'm for Deadmount Deathplay. I'm enjoying it. It's all right. I mean, it's a good show. But I would probably put it at like a 6.5 right now, just currently, and I've only seen like 3 episodes, so I mean, I can't say much about it. But I am watching it. I'm enjoying it. It's good. I don't have much to say about it. I like that the main character. I mean, there's episode 1 stuff that happens. I like that, and I like his sidekicks. I like their characterization, and of course the person he's working under now. Yeah. So
yeah,
that's all I can really say. I just got introduced to Lemmings fucking going through the ceiling of a bar. So that's the scene I'm on right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Moving further into that is like the reason I ask your opinions on this is because I know how biased I am when it comes to things like isekais. So hearing it from you guys gives me sort of a real opinion on what I think most people would probably think of this show, because I fucking love this show. It's the best isekai I've watched in a while, right? This is like my new Shield Hero from Shield Hero season 1.
Yeah.
In terms of how much I'm enjoying it. But when it comes down to it, it's like obviously with me watching pretty much every isekai ever.
I mean, same here.
I have a lot of bias.
Yeah.
On isekai.
For me, I keep my ratings until the end. So like most shows start off at like a neutral 5. So it would only rise if it's still good by the end. But I mean, a 6.5 is still fucking good. Especially for 3 episodes. Like that's half a point. Every episode's gonna go up, and how many episodes are in the fucking season? So
we're gonna be at a 15 out of 10.
It'll only go up to 10, but most shows don't make it up there if they're in the isekai. So.
But yeah, Dave, what about you?
Yeah, I think my favorite part about the show is the premise of it, which I don't want to say what it is, but you know. And it's just like when I realized that's what was going on, I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And then everything on top of that was sort of sprinkles. It's good. I like it. The characters are very like strong and like the characters so far are like very what's the word, like
I guess they're true to themselves,
discernible.
Right? Yeah,
like
they're the
unique
types of characters there where you probably won't remember the character's name after probably 3 months.
I
Right.
don't.
Or you may not even know them now. But you remember what they look like.
I know what they look like.
I remember what they
Exactly.
look like, and I
And you will
remember
remember what
how they
look
are.
like.
I know Polka, and I know the fucking psycho bitch and the cyber guy.
Like I literally forgot the hacker's name until
Yeah,
about
same.
5 minutes ago.
What
his
is
name
his
is
name?
Takumi.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought it was. Wow, I didn't forget.
And-
Easy.
I also like taco
And-
meat.
And Takumi is like they all have very strong
Do you like it medium?
presences in the
No.
show.
Do I like my taco meat medium?
But yeah, I just wanted to sort of talk
Medium
about it because I wanted
rare.
to get everybody's opinion, while we were all together,
Mhm.
or as like an idea on it. I'm loving the show. I would recommend it to anybody right now. For me, it's a must watch. I don't know if most people feel the same way, but I think it's at least worth a try
No.
for most people.
Must watch for me. 100 Girlfriends, but
You can have a couple
Yeah.
of must watches. You
Yeah.
don't just have to have one.
only up to episode. You can just watch up to episode 2. That's it. That's all.
No, I like it.
God,
It's
you
fun.
literally are trying to traumatize people.
Yeah. It's worth it. It's funny.
Nah, Apothecary Diaries is my must-watch.
It's on my
Mm.
list.
That is
Inject
a
that
must
shit,
watch
On
dude.
my
as well
list.
this
I'm currently not strong enough to carry that information right now to
Oh.
watch that show.
Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah.
My guy, get on that shit.
I know. It's on the
It
list.
You
is-
are
it is-
missing.
Like, I'll
Wow.
put it this way: it's past Freerun for me in terms of how much I'm liking it.
No,
this
I'm
season.
surprised. I haven't
Yeah.
really been watching the free run episodes that have been coming out, which is unfortunate because I really enjoy the show.
But
I mean, the thing is,
haven't
neither
you
have I.
seen the first 9 episodes?
No.
No, it says on the sheet that you're at 9 out of 9.
Am I at 9 out of 9?
That's what
I-
it says you're
If
at.
that's the case,
Or you're at
Wait,
9.
what was-
I know it's
what was
not
the ninth
9
episode?
of 9. I don't
I have
know.
heard-
I thought you'd know.
I've heard some crazy shit about episode 10.
Because, like,
I
I
have no
want,
idea what it's about.
I
Well, I
want
like-
to keep
That'll be the
watching
one that
it.
I catch up on.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I
like
need to catch up on it.
When I
'cause
caught up
am
on it-
still interested.
I caught up on it, but I caught up on it all at once. Like I didn't watch it as it was coming out.
Yeah,
So-
then I think you've watched more of it than, like, Matt or I have.
Yeah, we've only
Yeah.
watched 7, right, Rob? 6
I've
or
only
7.
watched 5.
I gotta look
That's
at-
not true at all.
I'm looking at.
I'm
the
We
list.
watched
pretty
5
sure.
before we did anything. We watched 5. in the
Yeah.
first, because 4 episodes came
4
out
came
in the
out.
first week, and then we watched it together the second week.
Oh yeah,
that
I did watch 9. Matt, close your eyes for a sec.
There it is.
We've watched at least 6, Rob.
I have not.
I'm
wait,
positive.
Okay, then we
Maybe
watched
7.
6. I don't think we
think.
watched 7.
It depends on how many episodes we watched when we last
am-
watched together. I don't remember if we watched 1 or 2.
I watched up to 9. I didn't watch 9. There you go. Okay.
I just don't think we updated the spreadsheet for it.
I have not
We
looked
might
at the
not have.
spreadsheet in like weeks. So
The shows that I watch as they come out, just because I look forward to them that much, are Apothecary Diaries and Undead Unluck. I love Undead Unluck.
yeah, I'm liking that one too. Still not watching it. As it
Yeah,
comes
Matt,
out.
I think we're only on episode
on and
6.
off. I'm on and off with
Gotcha.
that. So
We only watched episode 6.
Yeah. So 6 of 12. Meanwhile, Apothecary Diaries is at 7 eps, and we've seen all 7.
Yep, and I'm gonna be watching that as it releases every week. Does not matter. I will be watching Apothecary Diaries
This-
every week. As
this
it
season, I've
releases.
been kind of hands off with my anime. It's just kind of, I don't know. I just haven't been looking up, watching them a lot.
Matt and I have just been on and off. First few weeks
Yeah.
we were on. We
Yeah,
were
but
super
a lot of
duper
games
fucking
came
on.
out, and we were just
Yeah,
Yeah,
hard
that's
in
what
on
it
those
is.
games.
Yeah, we've
and
been
Yeah.
we just didn't have much
gaming
time.
it
I'm
up.
watching Berserk.
I was at
But we'll probably get back into it
This one's
in
alright.
a little bit here.
Dustin and I were at Barnes and Noble
Watched a lot of stuff.
a few days ago, and I was looking
yeah.
for Apothecary Diaries, and the earliest chapter volume they had was volume 2, but I still picked it up. Like I want it.
Oh, yeah.
I
Speaking of
want
that,
it.
JoJo Part 6 is finally in fucking, like, I guess, hardcover serialization
Hey,
now
yo.
for English, which was surprising to see. Just saying. So you can buy part 6 now locally. Cool.
Was it not officially translated up until now?
It was like, I think it was. It just wasn't made available. I don't know. They the way they've done the manga is like has been really bad in terms of release. It takes forever for them to come out with the volume in the West. But they have it in different countries, like in Italy and stuff, so I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also, another, I wanted to cover this real quick. If you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, the creator for that, Matt, can you grab Demons of the Shadow Realm? It's right on the shelf right there.
I got you, bro.
It's
Can
in
you grab a
red and
demon? I
blue.
keep a demon on the shelf
Right on
over
the
there.
right,
Hiromu
top shelf.
Arakawa.
There it is. Yeah.
It literally looks like Full Metal.
Yeah,
I looked at this for 1 second. I could tell. Like, it literally, the art style is nigh identical.
Yeah, well, it's the same fucking creator. You say it, Rob, because I'm gonna probably butcher it.
Hiromu Arakawa.
Yeah, there you go. And she created Fullmetal Alchemist, and she just created this one. Very good manga. It's currently 2 volumes out in the West.
Yep.
There's more, like, there's available on Manga Dex. That you could get, or
Is this a dude?
that's a dude. It looks like Hawkeye from Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Also,
it literally, I was like, this is like identical to her.
Yeah, basically the story, the main characters is Yuru and Asa. I'm not joking, by the way. And I read this after I read Chainsaw Man Part 2. But yeah, the main characters are Yuru and Asa. And basically there's these demons that people can get contracts with, and they're twins. And the big thing in the manga is that people that are born, I think it's like under the blood moon and or like twins or something, basically either leads to like a new era for humanity or like the destruction of the world. And each one of them has the power of destruction, and the other one has the power of like sealing. So our main character is Zero. That's the person we follow, and he has he doesn't have the power yet. But he has 2 protective demons that he's contracted with, called Left and Right. So it's really good. They have cool designs. It's by the Fullmetal Alchemist person. If you like Fullmetal Alchemist, you're gonna like this shit. It's very good. It's very good so far. I think there's like 15 chapters. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to spoil too much because it's a new manga.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
Oh, I just wanted to quickly interject about the characters looking the same.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with Arakawa beyond Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, they also made a manga and later adapted it into an anime, The Heroic Legend of Arslan Senki. And I don't know about the anime. They probably stayed consistent with the manga character designs, but I've read a bit of the manga. Arakawa just has hella same face syndrome for her characters. She's like, I nailed these X amount of designs. I'm gonna keep using them. Like, it's very much like, God, I always mix up these 2 authors. I want to make sure I get it right. Hiro Mashima, author of Rave Master, Fairy Tail, and now Eden Zero. But not quite as bad. Like, Arakawa, I don't know. It doesn't feel as heavy as Hiro Mashima does when you're looking at them like side by side and you're like, yep, that's the same guy.
Yep. The second I saw Eden Zero, I knew instantly. Mostly because Lucy and Happy are both in that anime, just named differently.
I mean, a lot of them are in the show. Just named differently. But yeah, I don't know anything about Demons of the Shadow Realm, but I do know Kiromu Arakawa. It's probably solid.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 15
I gotta get back on
chapters.
Heroic Legend of Arslan as
Right
well,
now.
because I read like a volume or two and I enjoyed what I read.
So, yeah. Also, let's clear up some misconceptions that happened in the last podcast. You guys are like, oh, I wish Dustin was here because he would have been able to fill out more of
No,
these Game
jeez.
Award stuff. I had go ahead and name the games because that you didn't have any idea on, and I'll try
For
to
Alright.
comment
which
really quick.
category?
And
I
I'll
got
say
it. I got
if
it.
I
There's 30
I got it. I
yeah, I know,
got
I
it.
know,
Just
I know, but like the games that you thought I would be good for, and
Shut
I'll
up.
tell you if I've played them or not. Ready?
I got it.
All right, go.
Alan Wake 2,
No,
Marvel Spider-Man 2,
no,
Resident Evil 4.
I have it. I haven't played it yet. No,
We know you played Super Mario Bros. Wonder and
yes,
Tears of the Kingdom.
I haven't beaten it yet.
Final Fantasy 16,
No,
Lies of P,
no,
Hi-Fi Rush.
no.
We're getting a lot of repeats.
It sounds
Dead
like Dustin's
Space.
just as qualified as we are.
Sorry, what was that, Rob?
Dead Space.
The new one?
Yeah.
I played the old one on an iPad and when I was in middle school. No.
Diablo 4,
No.
Mortal Kombat 1,
No.
Street Fighter 6.
I created Frankie in the character creator. That's about it. No.
Any indie games like A Space for the Unbound,
No.
Chance of Sonar,
No.
No.
Goodbye Volcano High,
No.
Chia,
No.
Terra Nil, Venba.
No. No. Well, glad I wasn't there. I would have been a great help.
Final Fantasy 14.
Yes, but not. I just started a new expansion, so basically no.
Cocoon,
No.
Dave the Diver,
No.
Dredge,
No.
Sea of Stars.
No.
So yeah, it would appear we are in fact a monolith.
We are a
Yes.
monolith.
So, there you go. I only played one of the games on that list.
Yeah.
It was FF14.
Well,
we
it was
apparently
Mario Wonder.
did not miss out
Yeah.
in that much on that section. We would have still been a monolith.
Yeah, it kind of goes when I'm not talking to you guys, I am making music or I'm doing something else. So, I'm not a lot of my time is spent playing games, probably only like 2 hours and if that. So, yeah.
All right, now that we've clarified those allegations,
Mm.
I don't know. Speaking of Mario Wonder, Dustin, did you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I could talk about it real quick. I won't spend too much on it. Yeah, I'll say one, it's worth the money. At full price. Great game. You get a lot of content from it. I heard someone describe it as forced creativity, which I could kind of see why they would say that. But it is the most creative Nintendo has been in a long time. It is 10 times better than the fucking new Super Mario Brothers series. Like, fuck that series. This shit is really good. Power-ups are fun. The levels are great. The creativity is off the charts. I had fun playing it. There is actual difficulty in the game if you're looking for it in the special world. It's otherwise pretty easy, but it's fun to play through. You can play through it local multiplayer, and you do not. The good thing is you can't really interact with the other people in multiplayer. Like, you just face through them, so none of that bullshit carrying each other and throwing each other off ledges and hitting each other. You can't do that. The most you can do is give someone else an item. So, you're allowed to play freely with local co-op and online co-op too. And there are about 7 worlds. That's including the special world. And all the levels are great. I have no complaints really about the level design. The only real complaint I have is that there's these stupid little fucking break times where most of them are fine, they're platforming, but some of them are fucking like search for the flower coin. And some of those are very like what the fuck, I have to check every pixel and they're just time wasters. That's the only complaint I have. Everything else, they added a new badge system which gives you different like modifiers depending on what badge you have equipped. So you have like a glide badge, you have a always sprint badge which makes you really fast. You have an always jump badge. You have better spin jump, more coins, change the sounds. You have like a bunch of modifiers with that stuff. You have a grappling hook if you want one as a badge. And then of course you have the other power ups. You have the elephant and the bubble and other stuff. So it's fun and it's a great multiplayer game. I had a lot of fun with it. Solid 9 out of 10 game. Like honestly, if you like Mario, if you like 2D Mario, it's a good return to form. New voice actor, I really had no problems with them. For Mario, it's his first debut. Um, it's just all around fun. It's a great game. I have nothing really bad to say about it, and all the wonder power ups are really cool. There's like one that gets reused 2 or 3 times, but it's fine. It doesn't. There's constant new shit. You're never left with like recycled shit. It's constantly new and cool stuff and cool nostalgic takebacks like for like music and stuff. So yeah, yeah, that's really it. That's all I have to say. Great game.
I did find those music levels really cool. I haven't played the game, but I've watched a couple of streamers play, and the
Yeah.
music levels just they're not really levels, but the little music houses you go in, and it's just like, Mario Sunshine. Music,
Yeah, I know. That's when I was like,
or-
ah.
or,
Yeah.
Music from other Mario games, like throwbacks like that. I really like stuff like that.
Yeah, we should play. I mean, I have it, and then we can get the other controllers plugged in. It's really fun. It's great. Yeah, that's Mario Wonder. All right, it's kind of getting late. Maybe we should do one more topic. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. What are we thinking?
Well, we can talk about some manga we've read over the past week.
Yeah, go.
All right.
Yeah, that I just want to say I was waiting to see how long that silence would hang
You were just gonna let
after
that
what
happen.
Dustin said. So I was just sitting here. Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about it. So did anybody besides me and Dave read anything? I just want to check before we get cooking.
Demons of the Shadow Realm. That was already
Fair
said my
point.
piece.
Jax, what did you read?
Let's see. Nothing.
Looks at the list. Nothing. Okay. You read any webtoons or anything?
I mean, I read. It's not really a webtoon. It's a
You read porn.
no. It's the free web novel thing,
Okay.
Okay.
and it's called Super Gene, and it's like I don't know. It's a post-apocalyptic kind of sense, but not really. It's like they can transport their bodies to like a different realm, basically, and then like level up their genes when they kill stuff and eat the body parts of the stuff they kill. Then they can like absorb the genes,
Mm.
and
It's
then
like prototype or something.
I don't know, but like once they have a certain amount of genes, they can like upgrade themselves and go to like a second level world realm that has like harder enemies and harder like harder guys to fight.
My man is reading a video game.
Yeah,
And literally,
basically.
it's like eugenics, but a fucking book series.
but like
Fucking manga.
it's the man's control. So like,
At
Yeah.
first I thought you were talking. Well, at first when you said Gene, it automatically made me see, just a person named Gene, and then I thought you were talking about like blue jeans, and then I finally got what you were trying to say after the third go.
yeah,
Nah, as soon as he said the title, I just 50-50'd it and Googled it.
yeah.
Yep.
I won the 50-50.
That's interesting.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
It's not
What do you
really,
say?
it's not really like a web. It's not like a manga or webtoon or anything though.
What's it called? The best Gene?
Super Gene.
Super
Oh,
Gene.
Super Gene.
Besta genist.
Yeah.
Let's see. So
So yeah,
this
that leaves
past
us.
week, Rob and I both read the up through the second volume of Monster, which is a continuation from last week. And what else?
Call back to 3 weeks ago. We
Oh
read
yeah.
the 4th volume of Girl from the Other Side, Totsukuni no Shoujo.
Mm-hmm. And that one has just been fun to read, but like I always feel very strongly about something in it, and this time
Yeah.
and you know, anytime we speak about manga here, fair warning for spoilers and stuff, we're going to talk about volume 4 here. The aunt pisses me the fuck off, dude.
For real, bro. The end of volume 4 got me hyped up because I'm like, yeah, fuck off. Like, I had mixed feelings about the auntie, whatever,
me too.
in volume like 3 or whatever. But volume 4, it was just like, forget last nail in the coffin. This bitch was just there with a hammer and a whole box, just like bang, 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 bang. Shall I continue? Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
And I was like, please, you surely cannot go further. And it's like, oh no, you can. You can make yourself more unlikable. I'm impressed. Like,
Yep.
I 100% agree with Dave. There has not been a volume, or maybe even like reading 2 chapters, where I was not feeling strongly some kind of way.
Well, it's just like you have this girl who has a great relationship with this person, teacher, and just because he is different from her and from the girl, he's like automatically like a danger, and uh of course has to be out to get her, and doesn't make the attempt to get to know him or try to understand what his intentions are. um I mean, he doesn't even really understand what his intentions are. He just wants the little girl to be well taken care of, and that's about it. He doesn't really understand the feelings he has. Um, and that's like its own thing. But now, I mean, it got interesting at the end of this volume here because it it sort of ended with her not even knowing who she is, who the girl is, or at least not recognizing the name. So, well, we learned a few things this volume that about the curse. That the curse makes it so you can't die, and that since she's cursed now, she's sort of forgotten who the girl is, and the little girl's name is Shiva or Shiva.
Yeah, Shiva.
So she doesn't know who Shiva is. She recognizes this girl that she's like with and lives with, and the girl's like fond of her, but she doesn't really understand why. She's just like, oh, this girl's here. We're baking a pie. Okay. We're going to pick raspberries. Okay. But She's kind of
I mean,
clueless.
she seems to be forgetting a lot.
Yeah.
Like there was one scene where she was like trying to write down a recipe for apple pie,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not, I don't know if it's clear on why. I haven't paid like 100% attention to like all the minor details and world building that has taken place, so I don't know if this series is supposed to be set in the real world or what, but we saw some paper with writing and it just looked like complete nonsense. And I don't know. That's why I'm saying I haven't paid 100% attention, because I don't know how close what was written on the
Right.
paper
I don't know either.
was to like actual legitimate writing systems in this manga. I would have to go back and look and see if there's actual examples of what writing should look like to compare it to.
Mm-hmm.
But judging by the amount of crumpled up paper in that scene, for whatever reason, she could not write this recipe, whether she could not remember the recipe, or she could not remember how to write, or she could not remember why she was writing it down. The curse was having a substantial effect on her long-term memory.
Yep.
And she
So
deserves it. Fuck that bitch.
kinda. So it's getting interesting now. And it seems for the time being that Shiva is happy, blissfully unaware of the curse and its effects on her aunt. But if she's happy, I'm happy.
Facts.
So she better stay happy.
Facts.
So really liking Girl from
And,
the Other Side, and the other thing we've been reading is Monster. Also enjoying it a lot. Can you give a short recap of what this volume did for us?
Yeah. So at the end of the last volume, we saw Johann Liebert, or at least someone who claims to be Johann Liebert, the boy who our man, what is it, Kenzo Tenma,
Yep.
the boy who he saved from a gunshot wound to the head. We saw him killing a man, and kind of, I think, just like implicating involvement in a several year long series of serial killings. When I say implied, I mean very, very, very heavily implied. And then in this volume, what we have gotten has been a mix of, what's the word? Of Tenma, like, kind of, I don't want to say like shirking his responsibilities as a doctor, because he's still been doing his doctorly duties, but in his spare time, essentially, or I think even taking time off of work to work himself to the bone, doing detective work on these serial killings and on trying to figure out where this serial killer, supposedly Johann Liebert, will end up being next, because he sort of feels the sense of responsibility, it seems. Either because he saved his life, or because he knows his identity, he knows who it is, and the public at large has no idea who has been behind all these serial killings, and I don't think we've seen any indication that the police have real leads on the killer's identity. And then this volume also had a fair bit of a perspective shift from Tenma to fuck, I don't remember her new name, Anna something. Dave, do you remember?
Her new name?
Yeah, because she has a different name now.
Right. Anna. Oh, you mean her last name?
Yeah, her last name, but whatever. Not important.
Yeah.
Anna, who Anna is the like new name for Nina Liebert, Johann Liebert's twin sister, the one who in the last volume was traumatized as a result of the killings of both of her, well, I guess their parents, and the attempted murder of her twin. And boy, did we get some juicy stuff. Once, I think it was, well, yeah, after Tenma finally strings enough clues together to track her down and kind of sit down and talk with her, which was that the person who killed Johann and Nina, or Anna's parents, was Johann, and the person who shot Johann was Nina. And I don't know about Dave, but when I read that, I was like, oh, fuck.
I also was, oh, fuck.
Like, personally, up until that point, I had been kind of under the impression that Johann was normal, and then after being shot in the head, just kind of like, if you're familiar with the story of Phineas Gage, if you're not, he was some guy, I think in like the 1800s, who was involved
with the metal
in
spike.
was involved in the demolition of like railroad tracks, and they would use like some kind of explosive to blow the like railroad spikes out of the ground, and they were these huge spikes, like multiple inch long fat metal spikes. And in some freak accident, one of these spikes gets blown through Phineas Gage's fucking head, straight through, and he somehow survives, and enough of his brain is intact that he retains, like, as far as I'm aware, like semi, able bodied function and mental faculties, but his like personality and like behavioral tendencies became super fucked up and like very different from how he was before the incident. That was the kind of thing I was thinking was the case with this, was that Johann was normal, got shot in the head, and then afterward it was just like switch flipped. But after this revelation, it's like, oh, no, we're dealing with a whole different ball game now. And now, I would say for both of these series, I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck's gonna happen?
Yeah.
I have no idea what to expect. There's so much suspense going on both of these series.
Mm-hmm. And it was real interesting to see the shift in perspective to Anna's point of view, seeing the kind of life that she has now. It has now been just about 10 years since she and her brother escaped the hospital, and all these killings have happened that we know that the brother was responsible for. And Anna reveals to Tenma that all of the people that they ended up with over the years were killed by Johann, by her brother, and that, you know, traumatized her, and she's now living with a very nice couple who treat her as their own. And Anna gets an email one day saying that on her 20th birthday she will be met by someone at this castle, and it'll be like her prince on a white steed or whatever, because her friends were trying to set her up with someone.
I don't know if they said that it would be a prince on a white steed, or if that was just what
No,
the
that's
vibe
what
the
she.
friends were getting.
Yeah, that's what she was
'Cause-
hoping it would be.
Yeah, because the first email she got was the person saying like, you know, I I I was born to smother you with flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Something like
Something
that.
real
And they're like,
creepy.
oh, like it's
Yeah.
so romantic. Like he just this person wants to smother you with flowers. Like what a grand romantic gesture. I'm over here like, isn't this like the 1980s? I feel like smother is a bit of a weird word choice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
to be like,
Smother.
oh, what a grand romantic gesture. Smother with flowers. It's like, this is not Romeo and Juliet. I feel like we have come to better words than this. I would not be enthused if somebody said that to me. I'd be like, why?
Yeah. Well, anyway, she
Yeah.
thinks that she is coming to meet some cute guy or whatever, and then she gets to this castle and she meets this janitor or like landscaper or something.
Somebody,
Um,
you know,
someone who works at the castle, who's like upkeeping the castle.
or somebody pretending to be a landscaper
Right.
at the castle.
Anyway, that's what they're meant to be. But he has this real deranged look on his face, and he says that I'm supposed to keep you here, or you're supposed to come with me, or something, something to that effect.
I think it was like you can't leave, or like
Yeah,
I
you
have to
can't
keep you
leave
here.
because Tenma comes there because he finds out because of, okay, there's other stuff got to do with like the police and this detective that Tenma befriends and is now on the case with him. But without going too much into that, Tenma finds out that this person that's been sending her emails must be Johann, or at least someone got to do with Johann, and is now luring her to this castle because in his last email, he said that he would meet her on her 20th birthday at this castle, and he has reason to believe that Johann is this person. So he goes to the castle to try to protect Anna and save her. And when he tries to tell Anna this and try to take her away from there, this janitor, landscaper, whoever dude who says that you need to be here says, stop, you need to stay. And then does he say, or else I don't get paid or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
He says, go away, don't. Also, I was checking. Said I'm supposed to have you wait here. Those are my orders. Don't interfere. She's supposed to wait here. If she goes, I don't get paid.
Right.
You go.
So he
Impossible.
they go. They leave.
Yeah.
And what was it? There's police. When did the police come? Was it at the castle?
No. The police come after they get to the house.
After they get to the house.
Or
So
after they've been into the house.
right. Okay. Yes. So they leave the castle. They return to her house and come back to her quote parents, the ones that she's been with for 10 years, or at least for a while, dead. They are dead in their home, a bloody mess, along with the detective who Tenma has been working on this case, trying to track this girl down and protect her. All three of them are gone, and assumedly by the hands of Johan. And the two of them, Tenma and Anna, get picked up by the police who were called to the scene, and they take them, and they're going. I think they said they're taking them to the station or to something. But then Tenma starts to get suspicious about certain things, like the timing with which the police arrived, and it all came to a head when they stopped on a bridge because Tenma wanted to get some air. He and Anna wanted to get some air, and they stop on the bridge, and one of the policemen is like, Dr. Tenma, what's up? Or what's going on? Are you okay? Or whatever he was saying. And Tenma goes, I never told you my name or that I'm a doctor. And then he grabs Anna, and they both jump off of the bridge into the water to escape, because those policemen are almost certainly working for Johan, or at least not in their best interests. And a lot of other stuff happens. What other like big things am I missing?
I'm not sure.
We now
I
know
think
that
the biggest I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so one big thing, especially with all the stuff we talked about, Tenma being a doctor and his principles and career and Tenma resigns.
Yeah.
From the hospital. We're not like, he doesn't explicitly say or like, internally think why so far. It's kind of, I think, implied that it's like because he wants to, track down Johan and whatever. I felt that was a really big thing, and also he apparently went and got trained in, I don't know if we're really clear on what, like combat and survival techniques.
Yeah.
From some like military mercenary.
Yeah. And we find this out because this ex-mercenary military dude gets picked up by the head investigator of one of the murders from from
9 years ago?
from 9 years ago, yeah. One of the string of murders that Johan must have committed. He was on this case all those years ago, and now here he is back at it again. And he's interviewing with the white vans, and he's interviewing this mercenary dude because he has reason to believe that Tenma hired him to train him to be able to be in combat and stuff, and he got a bunch of info from him, and he was like, yeah, I trained him, and he was like, he can use a gun now, but whether he'll be able to do it is up to him in the end. And then there was also sort of a a sweet like B plot in there when Tenma was having his training arc. The mercenary had this little girl that lived with him who Tenma inquired about while they were training, like, oh, is this her daughter? Is this her granddaughter? And he was like, no, this is a girl I got in Myanmar, I think.
Yeah, Myanmar.
I shot her mom
Right in front of her.
right in front of her, and she hasn't smiled since I've seen her. And Tenma's like, and he says,
Mildly in the mercenary's defense, he does mention the mother was pointing a gun at him.
yeah,
So he did not just shoot some random lady
right.
for
And I mean,
no reason at all.
there wasn't like
Um,
much else, much more
Yeah,
context
not
from
not
that.
much
Like we don't
detail
know if
besides that.
we don't know if he came at them first and she had a gun and was trying to protect her daughter, or if or what was going on. But all we know is that there was a mother with a daughter. He ended up shooting the mother in front of the daughter, and then took the daughter with him, and they now live together. And he's like, yeah, she probably hates me, and she never smiles. So anyway, we're gonna train now.
Yeah.
But after the training, or well, during the training and stuff, Tenma, being someone who values life very much because he's a doctor, says, oh, you need to eat, have some of this Japanese food that I make because I'm Japanese, and teaches them how to use chopsticks, I think.
Yeah. Because he's like, it's Japanese food. You can't have Japanese food and not have chopsticks.
Which is
I made
not...
I hand carved these chopsticks. Here you go.
Oh, did he say that?
And he said, chopsticks. I carved them myself. You can't experience Japanese food without chopsticks.
Hmm.
And the man clearly cannot use chopsticks, but the girl, being from Myanmar, from we don't know how many years prior, evidently has had experience using them before.
Yeah.
And so there's some lightheartedness.
Yeah, and she has...
in the scenes where they're eating.
Yeah, the scenes where they're eating are where she's the most amiable, I guess. She's still not smiling, but after the fact, once Tenma has learned all he needs to know and is like away from the mercenary and from this girl now, we see the mercenary dude, I think, feed the girl or whatever it was, and she's now smiling.
Yeah, he was trying to eat with chopsticks because Tenma left another pot of the food he made the first time, and so they're like, yep, chopsticks, I guess. And the mercenary still can't fucking use them. And he's dropping his food, and the girl laughed, and he's like, you're laughing? Like, he's like, I haven't seen this girl smile. She just fucking laughing at me now?
Yeah.
Goddamn. Okay.
So we can see the sort of effect that Tenma has on people, even when he wasn't necessarily making a deliberate attempt at it. He just has that effect, and it shows what sort of value you can add to something when life is the thing you value, is how I try to look at it. But there's still a lot of murder going on, and Johan's a bit of a bitch for it. So we'll update you when probably more people are dead.
As long as this mercenary and this girl don't die.
Yeah, they're cool.
Nothing else matters.
And I hope they're not like one-off things, like, oh, he had his training arc. Oh, she smiles. Never gonna see him again.
I don't mind if they're one-off as long as they don't die.
Yeah.
Because I love them now.
I mean, I don't know. it could be a thing where Johan gets really deranged, like even more deranged, where he just tries to find out who Tenma cares about and just goes after them.
I don't think so. So far, he doesn't seem like that type. He's
Yeah,
doing his own thing.
they've said already that the way that
the
he
shit
kills
from
is
9
like,
years ago was just him doing Tenma a favor,
yeah,
and like
it seems the way that he kills is like
Johan seems to see
indiscriminate.
it that way.
Yeah.
Well, it's not indiscriminate because there's very clearly a pattern. But
Well, when I say indiscriminate, I mean like, who was it? Like one of the people that Tenma spoke to said that the way that it was done was like a devil, like it was evil. So,
yeah,
like, yes,
I think it
there's.
was the fuck, was it the journalist that he was working with, or was it that old man?
I think it was the journalist,
Yeah.
the one who ended up dying.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he was cool at
Yeah.
the end. He was making an attempt. An
But
attempt
yeah,
was made.
what's the word? Fuck. Train of thought. Where'd it go? Yeah. I don't see Johan doing anything like that. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good. I cannot believe there's still 146 chapters to go.
To go. Ugh.
Author. Oh, God.
Author cooked a whole 5-course meal.
Know the author's name. Naoki Urasawa. Man's cooked. Because, bro, this is 16, only 16 chapters so far. There's still 146 chapters. That's insane.
Yeah. Well, that was manga review for the week. Go read them, Monster and Girl from the Other Side. If you're listening to us talk about it, then I hope you're either reading it or have read it, because we would have almost certainly spoiled stuff for you if you're listening to this and haven't read
Or
it.
if you've skipped the spoilers.
Yeah.
If you've skipped the spoilers and you don't know anything we just talked about, take our word for it.
It good.
Please read Girl from the Other Side of the Monster, because holy shit. The suspense is just constant.
Yeah.
So good.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and end the podcast today. So thanks everyone for joining us. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving if you live in America. If not, then have a great weekend. My name is Dustin.
Hey yo, my name's Jax.
Hey yo, my name is Dave.
I'm Matt.
Fuck. Hang on.
Hanging on.
Wait, who
Fuck,
are you again?
Fuck, it's empty. Let me the ingredients. Oh, there it is. I'm Rob still.
Dade.
It was like
Robert.
fourth from the end. I don't know
Poet.
how that is.
And that is going to be the episode for today. Have a great night, everyone.
See you next episode.
Bye
Happy
bye.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Gobble gobble.